Hi, y'all. What are y'all doing? Screwing. No, I'm kidding. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the... Ooh, I'm so sorry, honey. Okay. Welcome back to the tarot edition of Finding the Tea with Gen Z.
Oh my God.
My name's Ayanna. Did I scare y'all a little bit? Sorry.
Who farted?
You just farted? Hold on. She just made you fart? That scared you
Joey
so much that you farted?
No, they pulled out the thing. It sounded like they farted.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to the tarot edition of Finding the Tea with Gen Z. I'm Ayanna. I'm going to be hosting and reading my babies, and I'm here with...
The library is open.
Hi.
Oh.
Yeah, the library's open. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Val.
Hi, I'm Mitch.
Hi, I'm Becky. I forgot it was me.
And I'm Joey.
Yeah, I know who you are.
And I'm
No,
here. And I'm here in person with Ayanna today.
Because I'm clumsy and my fucking laptop broke. So,
Flex Club.
and, period. So,
I loved that. I thought it was a bang, but it was the fan.
Becky's having war flashback.
Oh, dear.
okay. So, basically, what? Is it my taste? Oh. So,
Make sure
okay.
you're angling your mouth.
Oh. So, I'm kidding. Okay, so since it's my episode and I'm leading, I'm gonna try not to be too long-winded, but, so...
Yep.
Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, but, so basically I'm gonna start with personally my journey, and then, I brought books for sources so I can tell y'all, like, the history of
You're
it.
literally going to be reading us.
Period. Yeah.
That was good, Joey.
Thank you.
But I'm going to start with my personal journey with tarot, and then I'm going to read to y'all, not much, because, you know, I'm illiterate, but it's okay. So,
No.
and then I'm going to basically give y'all general reading.
General knowledge.
General readings, like with the tarot cards.
Oh, I see.
So, are y'all excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try hopefully not to get too personal with the readings, because I'm not trying to, like...
personal. Read me for Phil.
No.
Oh my God, I think you should tell everyone. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
So, okay. So how my journey started, back in 2019, December of 2019, my grandmother passed away. She was 70 something. And, that was my first real close encounter with an immediate family member passing away like that. And it was out of nowhere because I didn't expect her to, you know, make her transition. But because it was so traumatic and that was my only paternal grandmother, there was a lot of emotions, you know, going through the feels with losing a loved one. It was very painful, and I know how my anger works. If one person has to hurt, like the unbridled anger, not the controlled anger. I know that doesn't make sense, but, it was just a new type of grief I'd never experienced, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're talking to people, like, all of us.
I know, but...
No, I'm just saying that, like, it does make sense. We know what you're talking about.
But it's just, I felt like nobody else, like, knows how I feel, so I was just angry. It was just a lot of... Yeah. Like in my stomach. And I needed an outlet, and excuse me, I definitely needed an outlet. And I didn't have any at the time. I thought writing would help. Writing didn't really help because after I looked at the writing, I looked at how gruesome it was, and I didn't like that side of me, because that was just a lot of a side I wasn't used to and a lot of people haven't seen. And
we have a shadow.
Yeah, I know
you're
you're
learn to love the shadow, though.
And
don't run from it.
Yeah, but
have you done any shadow work since discovering how dark that part of you was?
Oh, most definitely. It's awful, but it's necessary. It's
What is shadow work?
Okay, so basically with shadow work, it's basically. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I put a cough drop in this and it melted, and the last sip was
brutal. I'm sorry. But, okay, so basically, when it comes to shadow work is whenever you work on the shadow aspects of yourself.
Is it?
Like, I know that sounds really simplistic, but that's really what it is, working on your shadow self, working on the dark aspects of yourself that doesn't really come to light. And you really have to work on that in order to heal, because essentially you can't have the light without the dark, And
it's not about eradicating that part of you, it's about learning that every person is dynamic and every person is complex, and that there are negative aspects of who you are, and learning to love yourself in the same way that you would love the people around you and their flaws is the key to really healing, because it's not about getting rid of those aspects, it's just about learning how to live with them.
Yeah, because if you only had positivity, you've heard of toxic positivity, right? Yeah, essentially you have to have that balance. Whenever you were going through your spiritual journey, and I learned that that was honestly an essence of me learning what shadow work was going through that grief of losing my grandmother. As well as I also found out going to therapy is also shadow work. So talking those negative aspects that you suppress, or those blocked out memories that has caused you trauma, it's basically working through those dynamics and patterns that you suppress to help yourself heal and better yourself. And essentially that's what tarot did for me. Because that's how I got into it. My friend Matthew, he is a medium himself and he can channel spirits. And I always thought that was just some hullabaloo spiritual bullshit, that only hippies could do, or Teresa Caputo on TLC, Long Island Medium. I'm a medium,
My mom loves Teresa Caputo.
I was like, this is bitch really.
I love that little twink that does it too. Do you know who I'm talking about?
The one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I think Tyler.
Blonde.
Maybe he's not blonde. Maybe it's just.
I thought it was brunette.
My mum watches him as well. I think his name is Tyler.
I don't know.
Do you know who the biggest phony is ever? Derek Acora.
He's dead.
Really?
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead, bro. Well, he was phony.
Who?
Sorry, rest in peace.
Someone did him on Snatch Game, but I can't remember who.
Didn't he fake a possession on Most Haunted?
Yeah.
I mean, here's my theory, right? And tell me what you think about this. I feel like anyone who is a light worker who then becomes famous off of it, part of me feels like God would take away their power. You know what I mean? It's strange for me to imagine that someone would achieve fame and success, although I guess intention is really all it is.
Yeah, because essentially, once you have that gift, you don't lose it.
But even if you're misusing it?
If you're misusing it, that's just karma that you're creating for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can still have that gift, but that doesn't mean you won't deal with the consequences of the karma that'll come after. So that's also why I was very wary of whenever I started charging for readings. That's why I was very wary of it, because I'm very hypervigilant. I know what it's like to be taken advantage of, and I don't want to take advantage of people, especially doing readings, because readings are very intense. They're very intimate, and I have no authority nor any place whatsoever to mess with someone like that. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. Why would I do it to anyone else?
Well, I mean, I think as long as you're just genuinely having the reading, it's okay. I feel like there are definitely probably people that say things specifically to get you hooked and to come back. People like the phone. The entire business of phone pay by the minute psychic reads is to say things to make them want to stay. Yeah, and that's what's corrupt and awful.
Yeah, that's why I only do a base price. People told me to raise my prices, but I was, and I did, but then I saw a change and I was like, yeah, I'll just stick to my $25. until then. So basically, with my friend Matthew, he was a medium and he actually channeled my grandmother. And at first I thought it was BS because I was like, how are you doing this? And
But this was after the experience with me, though, wasn't it?
no, this was yes.
So like you already knew that it was something real. Tell them about that because that was crazy.
Oh yeah. So wait, with your grandmother or with
how he texts you to be like, hey. Your friend Joey.
Yeah.
Right? And Rascal.
Yeah, he actually, my first experience with it, he channeled, his dog that passed away and also his grandmother, which is really spooky.
Without being asked. He just, like, messaged Ayanna being like, oh, your friend Joey lost his mom, right? Like.
Yeah. And then also with my best friend who passed away, Austin, that was the spookiest thing I had ever experienced, like, personally, because he talked about things that I, like, didn't really tell anybody else, and he described Austin in how he looked whenever I first met him. On top of, he talked about a picture frame that was above my bed that he didn't like. He lives all the way in Colombia. That's 2 hours away, and he's never been to my house. So the fact that he was even able to talk about things that were in my room, and he wasn't in my room and had not seen it, like, was spooky. So essentially, I was like, you know what? I want to do this. Can I do this? And whenever he was channeling my grandmother, he told me my ancestors, long story short, he was like, your line of, what is like, lineage. I'm sorry, I yelled. I'm so sorry.
I can edit it. It's okay.
I hope I'm not talking too much. Am I talking too much?
This is your episode.
No.
You literally never talk in these episodes, please. If this whole episode is just you talking, it's fine.
Okay. But whenever he was reading me, he was like, Ayanna, you come from a very powerful lineage. This is going to be, mind you, this is back in 2019, beginning of 2020. He was like, this is going to be your strongest spiritual year that you come into. And I was like, okay. And didn't think anything of it until I started hearing shit. And he got me into tarot. He actually helped me pick out my first tarot deck. I got it from Spencer's, and I know that sounds real dumb, but essentially...
That's not what I bought from Spencer's.
But, essentially...
American things.
Wait, they don't have Spencer's in England?
No.
It's no one's named that.
In the UK. I don't live in England.
So I got it from Spencer's, and I didn't know how to use it, so I went to Google and I was like, how do you use a tarot deck? And basically you have to spend time with the deck, sleep with the deck, consecrate the deck, which means touch all of the cards, infuse your energy in it. And there are different spreads you can do that can have a certain meaning for each things. But also getting into tarot, I have learned personally, to don't knock any, sorry, baby.
Stepped on your foot and you just apologized.
Oh no, it's okay. Force habit.
That's on insecurity.
But basically, I have learned a lot with tarot. I learned that I'm clairaudient, which means I have the gift of hearing. I've also learned that, hearing can really fuck with you, because for the long time I thought I was legitimately going crazy. Like, why am I hearing things? But why am I also like, what's going on with me? Am I legitimately going insane? Also with having anxiety too, you always second guess yourself. So I was just like, well, am I just putting on a facade? Am I a fraud? Like, I'm reading people and they're getting emotional. Like, am I fucking with people's feelings? But essentially, it's all about your intent behind it. The reason why I do readings is for the same reason why I did it for me in the first place, is to help people heal, give them advice, and give them the most benevolent message possible. I want them to feel comfortable. I don't allow any negative energy in the safe space. It is a safe space. Just things like that. I want people to feel okay whenever I read them, because essentially channeling these messages from spirit or whatever you believe in, God or source.
Oprah.
All right, Josh Peck. Anyway, but I want to use my gift.
What?
It's just another show. It's just like Oprah. Right, sorry.
No, you're fine. But yeah. And also with TikTok, that also helped me learn a lot about tarot as well. I know a lot of people are like, TikTok is a reputable source, but I learned a lot more from other spiritual beings, witches, shamans on TikTok than I would in person, on Witch Talk, most definitely. Which, unrelated, or technically related, on Now This News, I was featured as the face of Witch Talk for the 2020 roundup, which was bananas to me.
What? No.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I said,
you guys not know.
Yeah,
Listen, there's a lot that's said in the Skype group chat.
Yeah, and it was 3 months ago, and I can't even remember what I had for dinner last night.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine.
That's so exciting.
But yeah, I thought it was really cool. And also, oh man, there was this, I forgot to answer them, but there was this Dutch podcast that messaged me and asked if I could be on an episode, and I forgot to answer.
Oh my god, do it! You can promote us.
If I can find the,
A Dear Dutch podcast. If you are one of our 20 listeners, please,
oh my God.
please re-DM Ayanna.
Oh, sorry. I have 70 DMs a day. I kid you not. But, now that I've rambled about my personal experiences, would y'all like to talk about your personal experiences with me? Or I can also talk about the history behind tarot as well? Let's do personal experiences.
You lead.
Let's do personal experiences. That's another thing I want to talk about. Misconceptions. Am I rambling?
No,
this is your episode.
Okay, so misconceptions with tarot. Number one, it is not of the devil, even though there is a devil card, but it is not of the devil. That is something imposed by, I feel as though, Christianity. I'm not knocking the whole religion, but y'all got some shit
I have a
y'all need to
question,
work out, huh?
I have a question, though.
What's up?
Could it be from the devil if you are opening yourself up with the intention of drawing from that source? Not that I want to do that. I'm saying that, aren't you drawing from the light or the dark, whatever you want to draw from whenever you're reading tarot?
I mean, essentially, if you're a Satanist, I guess. Yeah. But I have no authority to speak on that because I haven't really...
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. Also, unrelated, Satanists are some of the nicest people I've ever met. They're really peaceful. So, misconceptions of tarot. So, me, personally, I grew up in a Christian household, the Pentecostal denomination, and
aren't those the people that flop around the floor?
Ooh, that's essentially Pentecostals are not allowed to wear jewelry and are not allowed to wear pants. But as you can
okay.
No! Sorry. But as you can see, clearly, yeah,
you are wearing pants.
I'm wearing jeans. But basically,
no, you're not. These are jeggings. But okay.
They're comfy anyway. I'm sorry. So anything that had to do with fortune telling or
call me now.
Yeah, we know was of the devil. Basically with Christianity. Let me rephrase this. Anything bigoted Christianity, people who are bigots that practice Christianity, anything that is not of God or they don't know about it is the devil. So I was always terrified of tarot cards. Also, a lot of people group tarot cards with Ouija boards. That's a different type of divination that I will not touch. I will not touch Ouija boards. I am terrified of them. I know, Becky, I know you have one. Ouija. No, it's me personally. Although I do communicate with spirits, it's only my first, I'm on my second year and I don't know a lot and I'm still learning. Maybe whenever I feel confident in contacting spirits, intentionally.
But also you're clairvoyant.
A clairaudient.
Also, you're clairaudient.
So yeah,
you don't need
yeah, and I can hear them. So essentially, it doesn't really yeah. Also, the tarot cards are not going to tell you that you're going to die. That's a lot of people recognize the death card and the lover's card.
Quad, you are Teresa Caputo.
a lot of people recognize the tarot, the lover's tarot card and the death tarot card because, oh, I'm gonna fall in love, or oh my god, I'm gonna die in 7 days. No. There are 76 other cards in the deck other than those two, but those are the two that people recognize the most. But it's not going to tell you that you're gonna die. It just tells you if old parts of you are dying away. And the lover is about like a partnership and things like that.
Well, death is also rebirth. And in a lot of decks, it's even named like death/rebirth. Yeah, in the Lightseer's tarot deck, it says death. The death card says rebirth, or the infinity card, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop with the misconceptions there. So I have read everyone in the podcast previously, but I'm going to do it again, just to show you what a tarot reading is and all about. Again. Tarot cards are here to help, not hurt you. It's a tool of divination. Essentially, you're the oracle, and you can even read people without the cards. But that takes a lot of, depending on how strong your gift is, it takes a lot of training. Me personally, I prefer to use the cards until I feel comfortable doing it, until I feel comfortable reading people by myself. Yeah, I use tarot sometimes, but like I don't consider myself to like have any kind of like gifts. Mm-hmm. So I always pull, and then I just try and take whatever the universe can give you. Do you think that works? Do you think that the universe will pick your cards and then whatever they mean is effective?
Oh, yeah, because essentially, I'm going to be completely honest, and I told this to all of my following. I don't know every meaning of each tarot card. I don't. 78 cards is a lot to remember. Essentially, I go off of energy. I go off of feeling. I do use the guidebook for, like, the guidebook that I use in my, the guidebook that I use with my tarot decks, they have words just to hint towards it, but I try to feel the energy first beforehand and look at them and talk to people about what's going on. But also, whenever you're starting tarot, do not be afraid to use the guidebook. It's there to help you, essentially. If the guidebook wasn't, if you weren't meant to look at the guidebook, it wouldn't be there. So use the tools that are access to you. Nobody's demonizing you for using the guidebook. It is okay. Especially if you're not seasoned. I've only been doing this for a year. Like, a lot of people think I'm this elite guru when it comes to like tarot and crystals and things like that. I am still learning. I am only 22 and I am still learning day by day the meanings, but I basically like to go off of feeling, so it's more authentic. And even if you use the guidebook, that doesn't make it any less authentic. But I have also previously, I have read Val, Mitch, and Becky, and Joey. I've given them all readings before. And I actually want them to talk about their experiences, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So Val, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you definitely have read me a few times. The first time I was read, you talked a lot about my brother and stuff, and I needed that at the moment, so that was really nice. So like the universe knew, and you were pulling cards that had to do with that. And then I think the next time you read me, you revealed to everyone that I was seeing someone at the time. So I'm still seeing him, but
I'm still mad. I'm still fuming. Like, I want you all to know, right? It had been a year of them talking, and Val didn't tell any of us. And then Ayanna's just like, oh yeah, by the way, this person.
Yeah, I accidentally snitched. I didn't mean to. Mind you, I didn't know anything of it. I didn't know anything about the relationship.
I didn't tell them just because, like, I wanted to keep it private, so, but it was fine. I mean, it was time for me to tell at that point anyway, so it was a good thing. So, and now we're, like, very, very close, and we're meeting this week, so by the time you guys listen to this, we have already met, so, but yeah, it's a long distance thing, so it's pretty awesome.
Also, like, about how I'm gonna say this politely as possible, but whenever I read you and I was going in depth, I also, I always say, like, my ancestors speak to me whenever I do readings, or I can hear my higher self whenever I do readings. But whenever I was describing him, I just, like, I described him as being really tall and, you know, what did I say? Really tall and I think really big feet.
Yeah, I know. You said that, and it's like he has size 13 feet. So, like, yes, he has huge feet, and he is 6 foot, either 6 foot or 6'1". He's not sure, but yeah.
But yeah, so, I think it was just the fact that I didn't know any of this previous.
Yeah.
And I felt like I pulled it out of thin air. But then again, I didn't, because essentially it's just signals, you know?
Yeah.
And tuning into those energies and frequencies. And I do I sound like a hippie? Are you okay?
You are hippie. Yeah, I yawned, so my eyes got watery.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm not
crying.
crying.
Okay, I was about to say, what did I say?
Not yet. We'll see.
Oh. Mitch?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't remember.
That's okay.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think, but like.
I think it was the one time I read about your manager.
I think that most of the times you got read, it was talking about career. Like, you need to, like, you're changing jobs and stuff.
Every reading that Ayanna does for him or I do for him is always like, quit your job! Live your life! Like, that's literally every single reading.
Yeah.
You do need to quit your job.
So anyone
it's true.
who's listening to this, see ya!
Fuck you.
Wait, what did you... Did you just name the company?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Anyone
maybe.
at random chip shop?
Beep.
Anything else, Mitch?
No, just that every time it tells me GTFO, that stupid job. So, if I could just get out and just leave, I would, but... You know, money makes the world go round and I need money to live, so...
God, I really hope people you work with listen to our podcast on the sly.
They do. I think they're half our audience.
Hey.
In all honesty, I saw this one tweet the other day and it was really funny. It was like, humans had we're living in a floating rock in space and humans picked the reality of paying bills and credit scores.
I've heard a version that like humans chose credit scores and racism. And I was like,
there you go.
We did, but the Matrix is cracking every single day.
Fair point.
Beck?
All right, Bex, what did you experience when Ayanna read you the other week?
So it was last week. Ayanna did like mediumship for me rather than tarot because it was my my granddad's like anniversary date of death, and Ayanna knew nothing about like my tide's death or anything, like absolutely nothing, and she got like pretty much everything spot on, and it gave me a lot of comfort, and it was just really like shocking for her to get so much right, and it was really nice. And like, because you got so much right, like to the chest pain and to the things that he said, and like to like how he looked and like things that he did, and like it was just so nice. Like I was really quite surprised because I didn't expect it, and it was really, really nice. So yeah,
I'm sure it's comforting to know that like despite what you believe or like despite anything at all, that like in some form, in some way, that he lives on, you know.
Yeah, because like I constantly think like he's in this house. Like I always know he's in here. And like I used to go, but like pre-COVID, I used to go to like the spiritualist church, which was where like about 30-40 people would go sit in this room, and like the medium would be at the front, and they'd kind of like scan the room and like give messages to people. So obviously I haven't been able to do that since COVID, so it was really
Did
nice.
they charge, or was it just like a free
it was
service?
like £2 to get in.
Oh.
Yeah, and like it's £2 to get in, but it's just to keep the church running, if that makes sense.
I've been with you a couple of times, and it's kind of freaky how like they channel all these different like spirits for all these different people in the room, and like they get it right like most of the time, and it's like whoa.
Yeah, they've made me and my mum cry so many times, it's crazy. Like, but it's always like they have the same mediums, but like it won't be the same medium one week and then the next week.
So
if you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have guest ones, don't
Rotation.
they?
Yeah, that come from around the UK, so it's really nice.
There was this one medium, sorry, just to interrupt, when me and Becky went, and I don't know why, but at the end of every sentence she'd be like, "All right, my love."
Oh, God, I remember her. Oh,
And,
bless her.
you know, your dead grandfather just wants to wish you well. All right, my love. Okay, and he's
remember,
looking
yeah.
down on you. All right, my love.
It's so strange how polar opposite the like religious and spiritual communities are, because like one is fully rooted in like love and light and you're all loved, let's have a great time everyone, and the other one is like, don't do this or you're gonna burn forever. Like they're so different.
Crazy.
So I am going to now take the time to pull some cards and explain the cards to my babies. I'm going to start with Val, and then we'll head to Mitch, and then we'll head to Becky, and then we'll do Joey.
Woo!
So are you guys ready?
I am ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, before we start, I know this is going to seem dumb, but all I ask is that, what was I going to say? All I ask is you take a deep breath with, whoa, no, this isn't working. Just take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And just remember, everything's going to be okay. I know that was a little serious telling you to take a deep breath, but I just want you to release in case there's any intensity.
Yeah.
Or you're feeling tense. Can you hand me my card?
Yeah, which one?
Both of them.
There's three.
3 of them.
Okay. Oh god, the one has salt in it. Please be careful whenever you take that.
Oh, here. Let me just...
Please be careful. Do what? Stop! Stop doing that!
It's just salt!
I know, but I told you be careful, and then you proceed to dump it all over the floor. Do I tell them about this deck?
So this is one of my favorite decks. This is the Territorial deck. This doesn't have visuals. The most popular tarot deck that people know is the Rider...
You just blew on her deck.
What? I just blew her deck. Good. I sound like a pterodactyl.
I was about to say that same thing!
Woo.
Did you say territorial?
Territorial. Yeah.
Oh, like tutorial.
Yeah, like where's the...
I thought it was like territorial.
Where's the box?
You threw it on the ground.
So I threw it on the ground. That's a reference to the Lonely
Yeah,
Island, sorry.
I'm not a part of the system.
Thank you. At least. So this is the Territorial deck. My friend Pam from Raven and Rogue, actually gifted me this deck, and this is one of the decks that I connect to a lot, mainly because it has the meanings on the tarot deck. So this only thing is it doesn't have visuals. So this is great for people who want to start tarot. You can go to Oak Grove Mercantile on Etsy, and you can get this deck for 20% off when you use the code MAMAYANNA, MANAYANNA.
I was literally about to make a joke, as if that's what you were doing, and then you did it.
Ding! Sponsor us, Pamela. Anyway, so I'm going to proceed to read Val.
You have used this deck.
I've used it so much that the box is
Yeah, I was showing them the inside.
So, but yeah, and the reason why there was salt on it earlier was because I use sea salt to cleanse my tarot decks if I don't use my singing bowls or my crystals. I also, hold that thought. I know I don't have the earbud in my ear. I apologize. I also brought some crystals just to set the mood. I brought a clear quartz to amplify the good vibrations and obsidian to protect our boundaries.
Hey, good vibration.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I brought a fluorite for the heart chakra to bring as much love as possible. I brought my lipstick because my lips are chapped. I brought a pyrite. I don't know, I just like pyrite. And
Is that fool's gold?
Yeah, fool's gold. This is my protection vial. My friend Marissa made it for me. And I also...
Is that potion?
No, you don't drink it, you just carry it with you. I have a Chrysocola, which is good for money. I take that to work with me. I am missing my ocean jasper. I think I left that at the house. But yeah, so I have all of those stones. Val, do you just want a general reading as to an outlook? Do you have a question? Anything you want to ask me? Or you just want to hear what the cards have to tell you?
Let's just hear what the cards have to tell me.
Okay. So when I knock on the deck, it's normally to wake up the deck or knock my energy through the deck. And whenever I do readings, I always ask my ancestors to protect me. I thank them for letting me tune into my gift. And I ask for the most benevolent message for the person that I am reading, as to make them comfortable and cool and collected. You know, just the usual. I don't allow any negative energy into the space because I want you to feel cared for. Joey is the negative energy in the space. So I cast him away.
Kick him out.
Okay. Alrighty. Ready, Val?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. So I just ask. Okay. So whenever I have cards fall, thank you. Whenever I have cards fall, I just let them. I let them flow freely. Sometimes there are jumpers, so. Like that? I know y'all saw that.
I did.
So, there's another one. So let's give her a general outlook as to what... that's clumsiness.
That's too many.
That's clumsiness. Anything else that you want to tell Val? Anything...
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
And I just need... an overall energy, an overall reading. What's the overall energy of this reading? Okay, so first we have the Ten of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Cups reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And then I have 2 Oracle cards to tell me the overall energy of the deck, and I picked up the first 2. The first one's supposed to be reversed. And I know that sounds dumb.
She did that to me, and it made me so mad. It was like something like 10 of Cups. Oh no, this is reversed. I was like, and the thing is, I know that looks sketchy saying, oh, that's supposed to be reversed. But whenever you feel those energies, you feel them.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
What does it mean when it's reversed?
Basically, a lot of people see reversals as opposites. I see reversals as blockages.
Right, okay.
Or something that's stopping you from getting your blessing, if that makes sense. You know, or the right energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, with the Ten of Wands reversed, anything that has to do with the Ten of Wands has to deal with fiery energy. Or the suit of fire. Like passion. And... yeah. So, reversals are nothing to be scared of. It's just... warnings or more so things to help you guide you so bad, not so bad things won't happen, so you can take care of yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So with the Ten of Wands reversed, basically it has to deal with being burnt out, overstressed, and you need to release something. So it says, stop taking the weight of the world on your shoulders and learn how to delegate a share of your work. You're feeling the beginning stages of burnout, so invest in your mental health. The Ten of Wands may also be telling you that now is a good time to purge and declutter and simplify your life, and you'll find benefit from better organization.
Okay.
Okay, so the situation with last week, okay, I'm just letting the punches roll. I feel like you've been okay after the initial blow, but it's still kind of bothering you here and there. Like, the what ifs are popping up. What could have been? Like, oh, what if I could have did this? What if I could have did that?
Yeah.
And, the listeners aren't aware of the situation, but we're aware of the situation. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm speaking very vaguely. But essentially... have you had a panic attack over it? Because my chest is getting tight.
Yeah, I mean, I had a panic attack pretty much the day I had that breakdown. That's why I really probably should have went off call right away, but yeah.
Now, I know that sounds like common knowledge considering we were on call.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
But also, whenever I do readings, you have to pay attention to your body. Like earlier, like my butt clenched. So that means that there's a surge. I know that sounds nasty, but it's a surge of energy. So that always happens whenever I feel something. The second card you got was the King of Cups reversed. And this has to do with being coldness, volatile, like coldness and volatile, immaturity, overreaction, and manipulation. And it says, now is not the time to be jumping to conclusions. Your emotions are totally out of whack and you're acting with immaturity. These cards are a bit harsh, sorry. But, take a deep breath and chill out. There could be someone else in your life that needs to hear this message instead. If you're being manipulated by the immature behavior of another, take a step back to protect yourself. So I immediately saw a feminine figure, or felt a feminine figure, and I didn't want to say, and it's not you, it's someone close to you, but, so I'm gonna move on to the third card.
Okay.
The third card is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And whenever you get the Ace of Pentacles, that's always about like new opportunities and luck and things like that. But this one might be a bad investment or a lost opportunity or a lack of foresight. And it says, you may be looking at some difficult financial times ahead or perhaps some elusive opportunities. Steer clear of any financial risks. Think carefully before jumping into anything, especially pertaining to prospects of monetary gain, as it may lead to an illusion that could lead to your downfall. So basically, long story short, as ominous as that sounds, it's basically just telling you to watch your money.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm about to do student teaching where I'm not going to be making income from student teaching, so that makes sense.
That's so awful. Like,
Wait, I thought that's what you've been doing, but getting paid.
she's been subbing.
I've been subbing, and now I have to do student teaching, and which they don't pay me for.
Well, what's the difference?
Stubbing is I'm basically stepping in for a teacher and like doing their lesson plan. Student teaching, I'm basically going to be in the same classroom and basically taking half of the teaching role from them to learn how to teach myself.
How
And
is
eventually
that
the whole
fair
thing.
that you're not getting paid for that?
It's not.
But to be fair, most people do it right out of college, so it's not like they're used to getting an income. They go from not having an income to also not having an income, whereas Val has been working. So
Yeah.
I see.
And also the energy of that. So I always ask the oracle cards, what is the energy of the situation?
Yeah.
And you got the mutable moon and a void of course moon, and it says, nothing is yet set in stone, and nothing will come of this situation. So essentially, what I feel as though the overall reading, basically, you need to take time and take care of yourself, which you will, because I know you're going on a trip. You're going to go see your significant other. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can.
sure, he said.
Oh, you did? Okay. Make sure to take care of yourself. Remember, you're important and you are worthy of taking care of yourself. And you have to pour into your own cup before you pour into others. I know it's really hard losing opportunities that we've been pining for. But essentially, whenever we do go void, of course, essentially, maybe it's just another path that we are meant to take that we don't see yet because we're still at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So, essentially, this path that you're on right now, are you okay? You crying?
Yeah, no, it's burning. I know it's really.
Oh. But essentially, pace yourself. Watch out for the bullshit manipulative behavior from anyone, not just the person in question, if you get my drift. And also, just watch your finances. Make sure you are pacing yourself. You're very important. Okay.
I accept that. Awesome. Thank you.
I always ask at the end of every reading, how did I do?
No, I think you did good. Yeah, I definitely is something that's going on in my life right now is that whole situation. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, now I gotta go because I have a really busy week before I go see my boyfriend this weekend. So,
All right, have fun.
I'm gonna
I can't wait to get all the juicy goss next time on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Please
talk
safe
a little bit about it.
A little bit. All right, love you.
We
Love you.
Love you.
Everyone say bye, Val.
Bye, Val. Okay, Mitch. While Joey's looking for something, I'm going just same thing, general, like I did Val.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna relax.
Okay. There's one. There's two. So you got the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Swords reversed. Oh, I can't wait to tell you your Oracle cards. I love them for you. So the the Page of Pentacles, has to deal with ambition, desire, manifestation, and financial opportunity. It says the Page of Pentacles is a welcome message of new beginnings, a new job, a new business, bountiful finances, or more may be incoming. Now is the best time to develop a new skill or an entrepreneurial venture, and go forward with focused intention and hard work, and you'll see your dreams are coming to fruition. Now, before
I feel like he's gotten this card on.
Bye.
But it's funny that you said that, because I know she said this earlier, but literally it popped up again. While I was reading that, all I heard was Becky's voice saying,
Yeah, you better listen up. If you're there, I'm talking to you, Sarah, Charles. None of those are names of people that work there.
Ulysses! I'm gonna Ulysses! Especially you, Ulysses! I'm gonna You're the worst of the bunch. I'm gonna So, if you've been praying for a sign, there's your sign, Mitch.
Jeez Louise. I'm gonna write my notes up right now.
Accountant.
Ew.
Don't tell him to be an accountant. He
that
was
some
an
sort of-
accountant.
Is that some sort of TikTok euphemism as well? Like,
Essentially for people who are strippers, yeah.
yeah, and who have
Working girl.
OnlyFans. I have a full-time job as an accountant.
Wait, you want Mitch to drop out and start OnlyFans?
No, are you hiding something?
Mitch is a freak, secretly.
Genuinely no.
Okay.
Why?
Just making sure.
No,
What?
I wouldn't. I ain't got that much self-confidence.
Yes, you do. You're so handsome. Stop that.
Oh,
And
you're
they-
amazing, but I hate myself, so...
For the second card, the Ace of Swords has to deal with confusion, brutality, chaos, and clouded judgment. And it says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Okay?
Yeah, that's what you say to make him not afraid.
Anyway. You may have a new idea, but you're shielding it from the world. Perhaps you're not sure about how it can come fully into fruition, or maybe you're afraid to show it to the world out of fear of rejection. The reverse positioning of this card is telling you to reflect on what you want in life or a particular goal or project. Invest in the time into seeking the truth within. So, I don't know why I said accountant earlier. That's just what I heard, but I saw computer and I saw graphics. I also heard lawyer.
That would be so hot. Mitch, go to law school.
I've used my 3 years tuition fee loan.
Okay, the last one is the Seven of Swords reversed. And this has to deal with imposter syndrome, deceit, or an
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so Roro.
Oh my god, Ayanna, you should start your own podcast or you just do different people's ratings.
That's if they had consent. If they consent.
Well, yeah,
to
they
it.
came on your podcast. Yeah.
Why not my face instead?
All right. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Oh my god, this is such chaotic energy.
This whole thing is just you can't get her and I together. This is literally like the teacher putting it like not wanting to put us together as a
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck
You know what's-
editing this, Joey. Like,
So the Seven of Swords reversed has to deal with imposter syndrome, deceit, and deceit. It says you're feeling like you don't belong. You're getting a strong sense of imposter syndrome. When all the while you have really earned your place, or perhaps you're deceiving yourself somehow, and the secret is causing too much stress. Come clean and forgive.
okay.
I feel like that's less about him having imposter syndrome now than about like feeling as though you're not worthy enough to take the leap. You know what I mean? Like that you wouldn't be good enough.
I think what I'm feeling is that you want to succeed so badly, but what's holding you back from moving forward is the fear of missed opportunity. Number one, and number two, you don't have enough trust in yourself. When you, number one, are degreed, number two, you are very educated and you are very smart. I'm so sorry.
I just burped. Wait, are burps contagious? Like hiccups?
You burped?
Yeah, I went. And you went like one
I
second
don't think
later.
burps are contagious. But
Wow.
you were very you should have more faith in yourself, essentially, because you are too qualified to be treating yourself the way you do.
You're gonna make me cry on a podcast.
I'm sorry, but no. In all seriousness, you need to stop discrediting yourself. You need to stop second guessing yourself because you are more than qualified. And the reason why Redacted treats you like now is because you let them, because you don't have enough confidence in yourself to realize you are overqualified for the shit that you put up with. Oh, your oracle reading. I forgot.
Yeah, we're excited.
I was really excited for these because the two that fell out for Mitch, it says, you're very close to achieving your goal and adjustments are required. So essentially, stop fucking doubting yourself, bitch. I'll come up there and beat you with affection. Do you fucking hear me? You are valid and you are perfect and you are worthy of any achievements that are coming your way. Accept your blessings and stop blocking them because you're insecure about yourself when you have no need to be insecure about yourself because you were smart and you were educated and you were worthy and you're going to get what you deserve. Stop.
Preach!
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
She's perfect.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm accepting all
Kim,
the energy that's coming
preach.
towards me.
I kind of want to use the Super Lunaris tarot deck for Becky.
Okay, where'd you buy it? Oh, it's right there.
Under the moon.
Also, let me know if you want the light zeros.
These are really good.
What are you
I know.
eating?
And it's great because it makes me feel healthy. Because I'm like, ooh, it's trail mix. No, it's chocolate chips.
Love that. Chocolate chips. I've never just ate chocolate chips.
I know, it's so good. It's also really nice because, like, you could have a handful of chocolate chips or one cookie.
Wait, did you say she never?
You know what I mean? Like,
Chocolate
that's so much
bit.
more satisfying sitting there and eating for 10 minutes chocolate chips.
Pips ahoy, poppin' bit poopies. Boom. Sorry. Do y'all know?
Femini bamboo.
Please tell me y'all get that reference. Okay.
We don't have Bix Ahoy chocolate bit.
What?
Bips ahoy,
You
poppin'
don't?
bit poopies.
They're not very good, to be honest. Overrated. Especially the chewy ones. They are nasty.
They're amazing.
Well, never mind. I don't speak for all Americans, clearly.
Okay, so anything y'all wanna
Yep.
tell Becky? Speak now and forever hold your peace.
Don't say yes, run away now.
Please, because I'm so depressed recently.
You look like
What's that called? The Cabbage Patch?
You look like you was about to hurt yourself.
I kind of pulled something, right? I'm kind of sore.
Anything else I want to tell her? I know I pulled 3 cards, but I'm just making sure.
No.
before I put it-
Yes.
Y'all saw that, right?
They jumped.
All
Jumped. I thought you said dumped.
Oh my love, jump
Jump
in.
in! Oh my god, I haven't heard that since
What?
like the disco.
Hello.
since disco.
Yeah, what, in the 80s?
No, the school disco.
The school disco.
When the Dula Peep was going on?
We in year 6, you'd have a disco before you went like secondary school at Christmas.
Yeah, we had middle school dances. I love that we had middle school dances, but not high school dances.
Jump. For my love.
Jump in.
They played music like that? Is that...
Yeah, and then like the Macarena
They would play...
and all that stuff.
I remember in middle school, no, they would play like... They would play the wobble every time, and they would play... They'd be like, "Suck this dick, bitch." Like, they would just let you go at.
No, we had class when we were children.
Yeah, we did too, because we were in
At least
school.
we have good teeth.
I'm kidding. Don't. They don't have school shooters.
Preach.
Becky,
Hiya.
why the f*** are you so sad? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so you got the Four of Pentacles reversed. You have the Five of Cups reversed. The Six of Pentacles. The Two of Cups reversed. These cards are very vivid. I really like these cards. But the Four of Pentacles basically has to do with putting up your boundaries. Hold on. I'll read you the definition. So, that's the major arcana. So, the Four of Pentacles has to do with solid foundation, security, creating a structure, holding on tightly to what you have. But, in this case, this has to do with closing off emotionally and protecting your energetic boundaries. So, essentially, this is telling me, because it's reversed, you have the Five of Cups, next to it, considering that has to do, I always relay that card with depression, especially because the cups have, like, most of the cups are fallen, you see. And just take
blood or wine.
I thought it was blood, but you see this card right here.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this card is about losing hope. And I feel as though, because you feel maybe things are getting progressively worse and you're not finding the answers that you were looking for. I don't know what that may be, what answers you're looking for. I'm just letting it roll. I'm just letting the punches roll. You're not finding the answers you may be looking for. And it's causing wear and tear on your mental. And I feel like you may have thought you were doing better, but essentially once things get better, something always has to make it worse, essentially.
Preach.
That's so sad, because I think a lot about the fact that, like, you finally got and you finally were in this beautiful relationship and then your health deteriorated. Like, that's so frustrating. It's like one chapter of your life ended, but it immediately opens up another one.
That's literally what happens in my life. Like, everything comes together and it looks good for once, and then it goes downhill again. It's like I can't have everything good at once. Like, I always have to have something.
I feel like that's
bad
life,
going
though.
on.
Because I feel like life is in cycles, and I feel like we're not allowed to just be in, like, a perfect bliss for very long at all. Like, that's kind of boring.
I also feel like you have a fear of optimism.
Oh, yeah, like, I'm never optimistic about anything. I have to look at what if this happens. Like, I have to look at the downside to everything. Because if I look at the downside to everything and expect that to happen, then I can't expect failure. Because if something good happens, then it's a nice surprise.
Essentially, you crave a sense of stability when it comes to happiness. But essentially, life has proven that you cannot have that. This is mainly teaching you to change your perspective, because you cannot have the good without the bad. So it helps you appreciate the good times. Essentially, it's not bad luck. You don't have to be afraid of being happy.
Well, I was going to say, and this is not channeling, this is just, like, psychology. I was going to say something that I've struggled with, and it seems like it really sounds like you are, is the idea that that this roller coaster ride is worth it, because to you, like what she said, you can only have good if there's bad. But I feel like the ultimate sad truth, but which is actually something beautiful, is that roller coaster doesn't have to exist. You know, like, you can exist in the world without judging what's happening to you and just be at a happy peace at all times. And I feel like I'm always afraid that if I just let life happen, then I lose the good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, like, life doesn't have to be a good and bad roller coaster. Everything can just be, you know.
Yeah, I completely get that. I'm a very black and white person. Like, I'm never...
But living in the gray is scary because it seems boring for people that are very fiery like you and I. Like, I know that you and I live for, like, the passion of life. So it's like, it's scary.
Yeah, it is. That's very, very relatable. God.
And also, I know you see things in black and white, but life is so much more fun in color.
Yeah.
You're right. I guess gray is not the only other option.
But essentially, yeah, there are gray areas. But that's the beauty of the color spectrum.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, though, are your arms okay?
Oh, they're very stiff, like the last few months.
And my elbows. I feel
That
it in my
too?
elbows.
I thought it was your legs.
I get pain in all my joints, babe. Like, in the morning, like, I can't move. Like, when you watch this back to edit, you're going to see me, like, move my arms and be like, yeah. Because, like, literally here is fact.
Like, I feel like...
I'm crying.
Why are you crying?
It's just awful. Like, being a young person and thinking about experiencing that is just so scary. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm apologizing.
I love you.
For her having to go through that.
It's okay. I love you. You got to deal with it at the end of the day. It's not going to go away, so I may as well, like, find, like...
It might be, though. What's exciting about any condition right now is that just looking back at, like, the medicine that existed a few decades ago is so different. So, like, literally, what you're experiencing right now could be cured in another decade.
Yeah,
like,
it
who
could
knows?
be.
Yeah.
It could be. Hopefully.
There was hair.
We'll probably be half robotic by the time that we die anyway, so.
Yeah, probably.
Initiating robot. Okay. While reading people, I always pay attention to how my body feels or the changes in my body whenever I read people. That's a trick I've learned because essentially it'll tell you signals. The energies you tap into will tell you signals. You just have to pay attention to the environment around you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hot, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hot.
I'm so happy that now someone else has made a sexual joke in the podcast. I don't feel disgusting anymore.
That's funny.
With the Six of Pentacles, that has to do with charity and also giving. Like, you have a very... Oh, sorry, I thought it was pulling it out your ear. You have a very big heart. A heart that's too big for your body. It's just, people interpret you differently because...
Oh, great. Another issue that she has to have in a large heart.
No! Not physically. No. Okay, and I'm not saying this to be rude. Please take what I say. Please take what I say with a grain of salt. But I heard Instagram is a front. Let me explain. So essentially, these cards tell me a story. The cards would tell you a story.
Once upon a time.
No. So basically, with these cards, what I'm getting from is that you need to set some emotional boundaries with yourself. And don't let yourself sink too far whenever things go wrong. Because, oh, Becky. Okay. Basically what I'm sorry I'm not spitting it out. It's me feeling
Go for it, yeah.
You don't love yourself the way you should. And as much as you encourage others, I feel what I'm feeling is it's gotten better after a while, but it's not as bad as what it used to be. But sometimes, oh God, that's so hard. That's so harsh. But sometimes you loathe what you look at and you're not being fair to yourself. You've gone through a lot. And honey, you don't need to loathe what you look at because number one, you are an enigma within yourself. You are going through so much shit and you are not giving yourself the credit you deserve. Basically, you need to give yourself some more credit, Becky, because you are so beautiful. And I wish you could see what all of us, including Chris, that man loves you. Like, the way he looks at you, like, the way and this is not my place to say it, but I heard it from Spirit, the way he puts up with your bullshit and your emotions,
It's
like,
true.
he loves you because he would not put in that effort if he didn't love you the way he did. And you need to love...
For him to unmute his mic right now and be like, T.
He is one of them, he's investing himself in you the way you should be investing in yourself. Like, you are too beautiful to hate yourself the way you do. These things that are happening to you, like, it's not a result of bad karma. You don't deserve any pain you go through. It's just happening because you're strong enough to endure this. And you are so important. And literally, like, I know your body hurts, and I know it takes a toll on your mental, but essentially that pain does not define you. The strength to endure defines you. And you are still here, and you are still kicking, and you are inspiring bitches all over the world. Metaphysically, metaphorically, you know what I mean. You are still here, and you are still kicking. And that explains a lot to me with the Two of Cups, because essentially you need to give yourself the same love that you give Chris. You need to give yourself the same love that Chris gives you. You need to be compassionate to yourself. Seriously, because you are so fucking hard on yourself. Stop loathing what you see. You're fine. You can't.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Like, it's so weird that you say all this, yeah, because I always, I've, spoke to, Chris about it, but, not really anyone else. And, I do love myself right now. I've come to accept myself and love myself, how I look, right? But there's still, parts of, me, in my mind that I haven't accepted, because of, shit that I've gone through in the past, and that's the part of me that I can't, that I hate. And, since my health has been declining, my confidence has been declining as well, and, it's my self-love, one day I'm up here, and then one day I'm way down here, and, it never used to be like that, but now that everything's going on, becoming into a new relationship and seeing how the past has affected me in this relationship and my health declining and seeing how that's taken a toll on me, that is literally making me hate myself. And it's scary as fuck because I know that I love myself, but I hate myself a lot recently, and it's mad that you've said all that, because that is literally how I feel, but can't express it because you don't want to go to thousands of people and say, oh, I hate myself, guys, blah 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 blah, do you know what I mean? And you don't really want to tell people that as well because you feel like a big phony. But it's not saying that what I preach isn't true, it's just saying that there is factors in it that I don't express to people, do you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, if you read my captions, you'd know that I was honest, because I do say to people on Instagram if I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad day, but it's I'll preach go and do this and this and this, but I don't listen to my own advice.
Yes.
I just wallow in self-pity and stay in bed and don't leave.
Well, you've come such a long way because you didn't start being on Instagram because you were some perfect guru who needed to share everything with everyone, but you started it to feel better. You did this to find a community of people, to fake it till you make it, and you've come such a long way. And like I said with the Chris thing, it's one chapter closes and a new one starts. So yeah, you're still learning to love yourself. It's just a new chapter of it. The fact that you know that you love yourself but you're struggling is still a huge step from where you were, you know? Just because you've cycled back some, you've only cycled back a step. You haven't cycled back the 1,000 that you've come forward, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what I I know that I should accept that, but I don't want to accept that. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Stubborn.
Oh, but why? But why do you not want? What's scary about that?
Because I never want to be who I was then. Because that was a bad place,
But essentially, not. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Essentially, you have to realize, baby, we glow and grow through things. You know, essentially, these lessons, these things that you are not. I always. One of my favorite sayings is, I know I'm all over the place. One of my favorite sayings is, you are not the person you were 365 days ago. So stop being so hard on yourself because you're only human. We have the capacity to learn and grow. That's what we do each and every day. You need to stop beating yourself up for the past. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Because it's the past for a reason. It's already happened. We can't fix it, but we can learn from it. We can grow from it. We can learn how to, become better people from the lessons that we've learned and the mistakes that we've made.
Yeah. That's true. It's true.
And like what we were talking about earlier with shadow work, self-love isn't thinking that you're perfect. It's not thinking that everything about you is incredible and having that viewpoint.
Definitely not.
No, but like self-love is knowing that you're one of 7 billion people and that you have a list of pros and a list of cons like anyone else, but who you are is beautiful, and like just trying to be a good person is enough, you know? So like you should accept that you have these demons that you've struggled with your entire life. It's like addiction, you know? Like an addict is always an addict. They have to wake up every day and choose not to use. Like you have to wake up every day and choose to stay in the light, you know, and not let yourself get that, you know, like you can look but don't stare is what Ruth says.
That's true. That's true. I just need to conquer my past, really. Self-love is a journey.
I can't wait to do another episode about that because we're going to do it soon.
What episode?
Self-love. And we have a guest. Inherent Worth on Instagram. Period. We're announcing this now. Announcement! Okay.
We'll have a guest.
Yeah,
see.
please be there.
Is this next Monday?
No, it's in like a month.
I'll make sure I have a new microphone.
You can come
Make
here
sure
if
you're
not.
there.
I'll make sure I'm here.
Oh yeah, Becky was like, I don't want to do it if she's not there.
Oh, what? I'm gonna be there. Your last 2 cards, my love bug. It's saying, hold your vision and your emotions are running. Your emotions are running.
Just like your makeup, honey. Oh, and that's a double read.
No, really.
Can we make YouTube videos that are funny that people like request for you to wait, where you read them with the cards and I simultaneously read them to Phil?
That'd be really funny. It's a nice concept. But
all in love. All in love.
of course. Your last 2 cards. It's saying, hold your vision and your emotions are running high.
They are.
So definitely make sure you take a step back and be compassionate with yourself and realize you are beautiful. In all seriousness, whenever I see the hold your vision, hold yourself up highly, you know? See your self-worth. I feel like I've said this to all 3 of you, but it's true and it still stands. You guys are worthy of the self-love that you deserve.
Preach.
Okay?
Preach. Love you. Thank you.
Bada bing, bada bong.
Bing,
And if you don't love yourself, I swear to God, I'm about to go beat your ass. If you don't love yourself, wait.
Who the hell is... I don't know. I fucked up too.
If you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen!
Amen!
Let the music play!
Copyrighted.
Copyright. Doot to the moon. Like, that's not no copyright.
But so those were the readings for everyone. How do y'all feel after the reading as compared to before we started? Becky?
This is the first time that I've been around for you to actually do tarot.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, actually seeing you do it and, like, hearing everyone's stuff. I don't know, like, my mind feels like it's gone like this. Like, I don't know how to put that into words. I feel a lot more hopeful now, to be honest, because I just needed some, like, guidance, something to, like, push forward. And, like, it felt nice as well to just, like, ramble and get that off my chest as well, to be honest. Like, I needed to do that. So I kind of just feel like a lot lighter now, in a sense, if that makes sense.
Oh, of course. Just
because I feel like a weight's off my shoulders and, like, the world is listening. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like tarot is like therapy plus. Like,
what?
Yeah,
it's like
basically.
therapy with
the qualifications and the price.
Yeah, minus the qualifications and the price. Minus the doctor.
God, literally.
It was literally every time you read me, it's literally the same message. Like,
I'm sorry.
trying to push me to,
Quit your
maybe take that
job.
push. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time to listen.
Oh.
Literally.
So I just want to thank you guys for giving me the time of day, letting me lead this episode on this podcast. And I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. And I hope the listeners out there enjoyed the reading. If you ever want to book a tarot reading with me, bear with me. I have the attention span of a goldfish, so it may take me a minute to get to your readings, but I'll do them. Generous. It's anyway.
It's a joke. Mine is worse.
But thank you guys again, and until next time.
Bye. Bye. Boom. 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 Ow! And Tawana and Daddy.
Tawanda and Andre, get it out. Tawanda and Andre, get it.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube and iTunes.